What's going on, guys? It's Mike for Sim Racing 604, and as you can see, we are here in Automobilista 2 for the first time, so I'm very excited about this. I actually got an alpha copy of the game. It's going to be released on the weekend for the early backers as beta, but Reiza Studios was kind enough to send me an alpha copy. I did sign on actually as an early backer, so they had my financial support, but I got this a couple days before most of the early backers, and it gave me a time to sort of get used to things, get things set up. So huge thank you to Reiza Studios for reaching out with this alpha copy. It's very cool. So what I'm gonna do is take you through what I know so far. Standard disclaimer, guys, obviously it's in alpha. It's not even in beta release yet, so anything you see or do not see in this video is not necessarily indicative of what the final version will be, of course. So you're probably here primarily to talk about to hear about how the game drives, how it sounds, how it looks, and I don't want to do anything too conclusive here, guys, because it is still very much in early development. Well, not early development, it's late development. It's about to be released sometime next month to the public. But what I will say, without comparing one-to-one, because a lot of people will want to know how does it feel compared to Automobilista 1, and it's not fair to compare the current version that I'm running in alpha to Automobilista 1. So what I will say, in terms of drivability of the cars, i.e. the force feedback and the physics, if you had a spectrum of Project Cars 2 to Automobilista 1, where does it fall? It falls far, far closer to Automobilista 1, which I know a lot of us are excited about. It was one thing I wouldn't say worried about, but curious about, is using the Madness engine from Project Cars 2. Would the cars all feel like Project Cars 2? And in my opinion, they do not. Where Automobilista 1 really shined, in my opinion, is the cars at the limit. When you're really pushing, when you're at the edge of traction, in AMS 1, I always felt like I was really connected with it. You could push, you could get that extra tenth of a second next lap, and just push, 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 and real connected with the road. And when you slide, you catch it, and good, understeer effects, and you can feel the oversteer and everything like that. And I really get that in AMS 2, and I'm so excited. And again, a lot of us thought that Madness engine from PC2 might be a limiting factor of those physics and of the force feedback. In my opinion, it is not. I'm very happy with the way the car drives. I'm gonna spend a bunch of time here in the alpha version, hopefully demonstrating that to you guys so you can get a sense of what it drives like as much as you can through, through watching a video. Also, the sounds. Again, this is something that a lot of people were thinking, well, Project Cars 2 has a certain sound across all the cars. There's this sort of undertone. Will that be present in AMS 2? It is not. You will hear that very soon. The sounds are excellent. If you're a fan of the sounds of AMS 1, you will not be disappointed in AMS 2. And the graphics, I don't think there was much question around the graphics. We knew that if they took the engine from Project Cars 2 and sort of bolted that onto Automobilista, or vice versa, however you want to look at it, that you'd have a great looking game. And that is the case. Something I won't get into in this video because it is still an alpha version. I can't show you the UI because most of it's disabled. If you check the dev blog, you can see what that UI will eventually look like. There's no replays, there's no setup screens, a number of other things that are deliberately omitted. VR among them, so deliberately omitting those because they're not ready, quite frankly. Some of them are not present in game, and some of them, if I'm being honest, aren't ready to be showcased. So I'm just going to not address those things, but what you will get a sense of is how some of the cars drive. I'm going to mix in some hot lapping and some racing, and hopefully you'll get a sense again of how the cars drive. So I've spent a few hours with it already, really loving it. I was very excited to get the email, giving me the alpha version. I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting to wait till the weekend and get the beta version, but I got the alpha version, and I've just been lapping and lapping and lapping, getting used to things, getting it set up how I like, tweaking force feedback, things like that. and very impressed, extremely impressed by this. I think they've done a great job with it, and of course it's only going to get better. And again, alpha version, please don't judge it too harshly. I'm trying not to be overly optimistic or overly pessimistic about things I see or do not see, because the game is going to change. They've got roughly 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks I would say, before this is released to the public. And something else, a lot of questions about content. I do know the content with probably about 90% certainty. I've seen the content list of Cars and Tracks. They've asked us not to share, so I won't be talking about that. All I will say is that there's a lot for everybody. They've done a great job mixing things up and a great variety of cars and tracks. And probably equally or more exciting is what's to come. So they've revealed to the early backers what's going to happen throughout 2020 in terms of free add-ons and DLC, and I'm hoping they announce that very soon, because even if you're not a fan of the base content of this title for whatever reason, I think when you see the roadmap through 2020 that Reiza is going to bring to AMS2, it's awesome. It's so cool, and I'm so excited for us to have this in the sim racing community. There's just a lot of really exciting stuff coming, and in my opinion, they're bringing it, the new content, the upcoming content in 2020 will be joining a great game. I'm very happy with where it's at already in alpha. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start driving. All right, guys. So as mentioned, we have no replay, so you'll just have to trust me that this is the Ultima GTR. This is the race version. And the car really gets excited on the limit, so hopefully you'll be able to see sort of the responsiveness of the game and how things behave as much as you can, using me as a proxy. Whoa, too much, Mike. I'm deliberately pushing this one a little hard, because I think AMS1, where it's at its best, is when you go just that little bit beyond the traction limit of the tires. See how responsive it is, and of course you can't feel the force feedback. I can tell you everything is nicely detailed. About to see a familiar message here. Oh, we all remember that one. That's just a placeholder until Reiza is able to develop their own heads-up display. For now, they're using the old PC2. So there you go. That next lap invalid is haunting me even in different titles. And this is really one of the best car track combos I've discovered so far. Hold on to her. So we'll finish up this lap and then we'll be on to the next. Whoa. Very alive feeling car. Oop. And a dead feeling transmission after that shift. So yeah, brilliant little car track combo. They really nailed this one. All right, let's go on to something else. All right, guys, so here at Brands Hatch, you are on board the Caterham 620R. AI throwing a bit of dirt and grass my way. Whoa. And I don't have a sequential stick, I apologize for the paddle shift. Come on, Mikey. Another car that's very lively on the limit. I don't know why I didn't choose something with some downforce. Woo. And I am about to be passed on the right here. AI very, very quick off the line. I think it's to do with my traction control settings. But we'll see what we can pull out here. Might even get to pass eventually. Nice. Yeah, we'll just do a couple laps here, guys. Assuming we can survive a couple laps. And just about got passed on my right again. Yeah, very brazen. But much like AMS1, they're very aware of you. Not doing a lot of stupid stuff. Very little chance of getting punted by the AI. I think sim racing in general is getting better with AI. Woo. Oh, come on, man. Making me look bad on the YouTubes. Forced off onto the grass by the AI. Somehow managed to catch that. I really want to pass this guy in red. He's kind of been messing with me. So once I get that pass, that'll wrap the video. It'll wrap this section of the video. There we go. Did I get him? Yeah, managed to make it stick. But just so much fun. Caterhams are a handful. Nothing quite like a pass on the outside though. Didn't I say I was going to wrap this section up? Ah, that AI. It's fantastic, guys. Just like that, caught the grass. I'm so happy, that was so much fun. All right, let's keep going, let's keep going. All right, so new wheel, who dis? You know I had to test this one out. Formula V10. here at Spielberg. You might know it as the Red Bull Ring. So if there was any questions about the sounds, I think we've put those to bed here. You have my dumb voice talking over it, but trust me, it sounds great. I'm not much of an open wheel driver these days. But you can still get a sense for what it has to offer. Underrated, in my opinion. The open wheel experience in AMS 1. And again, we'll just do a couple laps here. Pretty squirrely under acceleration. This massive V10 revving up to 18,000 RPM. And the force feedback detail over the curbing, incredible. Most of us have come to expect nothing less from Reiza. Really had to get on the accelerator slow there. All right, how many is this? This is the third lap. Sorry, guys. I don't know if there's going to be much more passing action. So I might just wrap this up here. He says, passingly. All right, we'll cross the start finish, call it a segment. But very impressed by these Formula V10s. Especially that force feedback, my goodness. I don't know if all the cars would feel this good around Spielberg. But man, that is spot on, wow. I'm just totally smitten with this game, guys. I hope that's coming through in the video because I absolutely love this. And I know I said I'd stop it at the start-finish line, but man, hard to pull myself away. And no setups yet, so I'm really at the mercy of Reiza Studios here. A car like this is all about the setup. And yes, that was close. AI took off like a rocket there. You gotta admit, that was pretty cool. So happy to have this, guys. Thank you once again to Reiza Studios for giving me a couple extra days to practice with this. All right, that's good enough. I think I'll end on that cool pass. All right, a couple more for you. All right, guys, and here we are at Kansai. This is the MetalMoro AJR. You may know Kansai by a different name. And I'm back to hot lapping because I want to show you guys through these S's just how well this car behaves. There just seems to be things AMS2 can do that Project Cars 2 did not with the same engine. That sense of connectedness and my ability to really push this car. Just so impressed with everything I've seen so far. I've got no gear indicator, so just kind of winging it here, guys. Some of the onboard displays are not quite ready to go yet. And again, the heads-up display, the only heads-up display available, is from Project Cars 2, and it just kind of feels out of place here, so. All right, one, maybe two more laps here in this MetalMoro. You can really hear those tires squealing for mercy. I've said it about a billion times, so I apologize, but that's where I really like Reiza's work. They really capture the ability to push a car without feeling like it's just gonna randomly go out from underneath you. Whoops, a bit shallow on the approach there. This is a fast car, wow. All right, one more after this, and then we'll go on to the final segment. I want to take you guys to another course that I really loved, that was more or less unique in my world in AMS1. All right, let's see if we can put together a decent lap here, guys. Pushed a little bit too hard there. That's all right. finish this guy up. Wasn't the clean lap I was hoping for, but without knowing the track too well, I pretty much think that's the best I can hope for now. Yeah, I mean, this nails it. I think, you know, if you're looking to try to see how this game feels compared to its predecessor or compared to Project Cars 2, this would be a perfect car track combo. Just don't do what Mike does. All right, let's go on to the final one. All right, guys, so we're gonna wrap things up here in Ecuador. This is the Lancer RS. And one of my favorite courses from AMS1. This is the Ibarra circuit. Not a very well-known track in North America, but awesome nonetheless. And very nicely done cars, these Lancers. Whoa, getting pinched here. Try for a sneak up inside line here. This is another car that's really fun to push. You hear those tires squealing. And didn't get as good a jump here as I thought I would. Coming down the final straightaway. And the AI here at Ibarra tends to be quite a bit faster than me, on the straightaway at least, so I'm likely going to get passed by that purple guy behind me. And by the way, for those wondering, and again, still too early to make any final judgments, but performance on my system has been excellent. You can check my specs in the description to this video. I'm having no problems whatsoever with my frame rate. Load times are fantastic. That's probably a good sign. We always assumed that Assetto Corsa Competizione, the load times would eventually fall off, but they never did. To this day, that's still the fastest loading racing sim I have. There we go, that was the pass I wanted last lap. All right guys, I realized that these cars are quite slow by comparison to everything else I've driven so far. So this is probably the least exciting segment of this video. So maybe one more lap here. Let's do one more. To really protect the inside line here because I think the AI is going to go for it. He's right there already. Contact, contact. And let's see if we can light up these tires around this corner. Just a constant scrub of those tires around that corner. And the physics and force feedback remain awesome. All right, this will definitely do it because it's going to take me a while to catch up to that next car. So I'll cross the finish line and then say some final words. Scrub, 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 get, La 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 la, don't mind me. I don't know where the AI went. It's a pretty good opportunity to pass, in my opinion. All right, start finish. Is it me or was the start finish line back further before? Anyway, yeah, obviously I'm very impressed, guys. Too early to make any comparisons or final judgments on it, but what I see so far, this is great. I'm really loving my time here. Only about 10 hours in, I would estimate, but it's been 10 great hours, so lots more to come from Reiza, and be a lot more coverage when we get into the beta version this weekend. Thanks, guys, for watching, and we'll see you next time.